Welcome to World Alert Updates. Subscribe and press the bell icon for more updates. September 23, 2025, dawned quietly in Ilocos Norte. The first light crept over the horizon, painting the rice fields gold, while the air was thick with the scent of earth and the gentle rustle of leaves. Farmers, as they had for generations, began their day with the familiar rhythm of tending to the land, their hands brushing dew from the rice plants as the sun rose higher. The village moved to its usual rhythm, roosters crowing, children preparing for school, elders sharing stories, until a deep, unfamiliar rumble broke the calm, echoing across the fields and through the narrow streets. Conversations stopped mid-sentence as a convoy of military vehicles, amphibious assault carriers, artillery and troop transports, rolled through the narrow roads, their engines growling and tires kicking up dust. The sight was both mesmerizing and unsettling, a stark contrast to the peaceful morning. Overhead, helicopters chopped through the air and fighter jets streaked across the blue sky, their thunderous roar shaking not just the ground, but the hearts of everyone below. The sky, once a canvas for birds and clouds, now carried the unmistakable presence of military power. In an instant, the peaceful landscape was transformed. The familiar fields and quiet roads became a stage for military might, as soldiers and armored vehicles filled the countryside, their presence impossible to ignore. This was no parade but a calculated show of force. The Philippine Marines, Army and Air Force, all in full gear, turned Ilocos Norte into a simulated battlefield, assembling in rice fields and along rural roads, their movements precise and purposeful. The exercises, codenamed Archipelagic Shield 2025, marked a dramatic shift in the nation's defense strategy. For the first time, the military was not just training, but sending a message, both to its own people and to the world. The world was watching. International news crews arrived, their cameras capturing the transformation, as the quiet fields and coastlines became the front lines of national security. The eyes of the region and beyond were fixed on Northern Luzon. For the people of Ilocos Norte, the message was clear. The defense of the archipelago now began at their doorstep. Children watched in awe, elders in concern, as the familiar was replaced by the extraordinary. The tranquil routine of rural life had given way to the urgent realities of a nation preparing for new threats. Farmers paused their work, their daily routines interrupted by the rumble of engines and the shouts of soldiers. The transformation was sudden, but its impact would be lasting. Conversations shifted from harvests and weather to questions of safety and the future, as villagers tried to make sense of the changes unfolding before them. Northern Luzon was no longer just a backdrop to daily life. It was now a critical theater in the defense of the Philippines, its fields and coastlines forever marked by this new chapter in the nation's story. Northern Luzon, once celebrated for its lush rice paddies, vibrant farmlands, and breathtaking coastlines, has long been the breadbasket and a tranquil retreat of the Philippines. For generations, its fields and shores were shaped by the rhythms of agriculture and fishing, far removed from the bustle of Manila and the concerns of national security. Today, however, this peaceful landscape is undergoing a dramatic transformation, emerging as the new heart of the nation's defense strategy. The provinces of Ilocos Norte, Cagayan, and Batanes, once considered remote and peripheral, are now being fortified with unprecedented urgency. These areas, previously overlooked in matters of national defense, are now front and center in the country's security planning. Small fishing villages, where daily life once revolved around the tides, now host advanced coastal monitoring stations and radar installations, blending tradition with technology. Provincial airfields, once used for crop dusters and small planes, are being expanded and modernized to accommodate state-of-the-art fighter jets and military aircraft, ensuring rapid response capabilities. New barracks rise alongside logistics hubs, where pre-positioned supplies and equipment signal not just a temporary deployment, but a lasting military presence designed for resilience and readiness. Along the rugged coastline, soldiers install coastal defense missile systems and fortify positions, transforming the region into a porcupine defense, bristling with deterrents meant to repel any would-be aggressor. Local communities, once passive observers of distant events, are now active partners in safeguarding the nation. Villagers and soldiers collaborate, forging new bonds and a shared sense of responsibility. The military's arrival brings more than just security. It sparks economic activity, improves infrastructure, and fosters a renewed sense of unity and purpose among residents and troops alike. Northern Luzon's proximity to the Luzon Strait and the contested South China Sea has thrust it into the strategic spotlight, making it a critical gateway for both commerce and defense. The armed forces of the Philippines are determined to deny any adversary control of this vital area, conducting regular exercises and maintaining a vigilant presence along the coast. By building up credible defenses and standing firm, the Philippines is not only safeguarding its sovereignty, but also sending a clear message to the world. Its territory and people will be protected at all costs. The familiar rice paddies and scenic coastlines are now transformed into bulwarks of national resolve, where tradition and modern defense coexist. This transformation is no accident. It is a deliberate, long-term effort shaped by local leaders, military planners, and the communities themselves, signaling a new era for the region and the nation. As the sun rises over fortified bases and strongholds, Northern Luzon now stands as a formidable guardian of the archipelago, a symbol of resilience and unity in the face of new challenges. The Philippine Marines, once jungle warriors, are now transforming into a maritime force. Their new doctrine, archipelagic coastal defense, shifts focus from internal security to defending the nation's vast coastlines. Marines train in amphibious operations, mastering anti-ship missiles, drones, and air defense systems. The goal: make any invasion of Philippine territory costly and difficult. In Northern Luzon, theory becomes practice as Marines coordinate land, sea, and air operations. They work seamlessly with the Navy and Air Force, forging a credible deterrent. The message is clear: the Philippines is ready for a new kind of war, one fought on beaches and in the waters of the archipelago. The Marines' transformation is the vanguard of the nation's new defense posture. Archipelagic Shield 2025 is more than just a military drill. It's a powerful statement of alliance, unity, and unwavering resolve in a region marked by uncertainty and tension. This annual exercise brings together nations with a shared vision for peace and security. Philippine troops train shoulder to shoulder with US, Japanese, and Australian forces, building not only interoperability and trust, but also learning to rely on each other in the face of adversity. These joint drills foster a sense of brotherhood and shared purpose. U.S. Marines share their world-renowned amphibious expertise, teaching vital skills for rapid deployment and coastal defense, ensuring all allies are prepared for any scenario. Japan offers invaluable coastal defense insights, sharing advanced surveillance techniques and strategies to protect vulnerable shorelines. Australia strengthens the alliance with robust logistics support and specialized warfare training, making sure that every operation runs smoothly and efficiently. This deep cooperation sends a clear message: an attack on one could draw a united response from many, amplifying deterrence and collective security. The joint exercises are a direct response to rising tensions in the South China Sea, where freedom of navigation and regional stability are increasingly challenged. By training in Northern Luzon, these allies draw a symbolic line in the sand, standing together for a free and open Indo-Pacific, and demonstrating their readiness to defend shared values. The visible presence of international partners serves as both a powerful deterrent to aggression and a reassurance to local communities and the world. For the soldiers on the ground, these bonds go far beyond politics. They're forged in shared hardship, mutual respect, and the daily realities of working and living together. Archipelagic Shield is ultimately about building lasting peace through strength, unity, and the enduring friendships formed between nations. The Philippines and its allies remain steadfast in their commitment to upholding sovereignty, ensuring stability, and securing a brighter, more peaceful future for the entire region. The Comprehensive Archipelagic Defense Concept, or CADEC, is a sweeping overhaul of Philippine defense. It leverages the nation's geography, creating layered defenses and projecting power outward from the archipelago. Modernization is at its core: new ships, fighter jets, radar networks, and shore-based missile systems like BrahMos. Every island and coastline becomes a strategic asset, complicating any adversary's plans. The military is building rapid deployment capabilities, turning remote islands into unsinkable forward bases. CADEC is a long-term national project, an assertion of sovereignty and a blueprint for the future. The exercises in Northern Luzon are the first steps in making this vision a reality. The Luzon Strait, separating the Philippines from Taiwan, is a global maritime chokepoint. 1/3 of international shipping passes through its lanes, making it vital for global trade and security. The Batanes Islands sit at its heart, placing the Philippines as gatekeeper to this critical passage. Control of the strait is a top priority for major powers, both commercially and militarily. The AFP's buildup in Northern Luzon is a direct response, deploying coastal defenses, naval patrols, and air surveillance. The goal: deter domination of the strait and ensure freedom of navigation. The security of the Luzon Strait is tied to the stability of the entire Indo-Pacific. By stepping up, the Philippines is a responsible stakeholder in the international order. The world's eyes are on Northern Luzon, where the nation's resolve is on full display. The AFP's role extends beyond defense. It's a lifeline in times of disaster. In a country battered by typhoons and earthquakes, the military leads rescue and relief efforts. Trucks that carry troops deliver food and medicine. Helicopters airlift the stranded to safety. Engineering units rebuild roads and bridges, restoring hope to devastated communities. Humanitarian assistance and disaster response is a core mission, building deep trust with the public. The same skills that defend the nation also save lives in crisis. As the AFP modernizes, its ability to help in disasters grows stronger. A more capable military is a greater force for good for the Filipino people. The military's transformation is powered by public support and national unity. Years of challenges to sovereignty have forged a collective demand for robust defense. The sight of Filipino forces standing firm inspires pride and gives leaders the mandate to invest in security. Military service is respected, and the nation's defensive posture is rooted in law and principle. The exercises in Northern Luzon reflect this consensus, a refusal to be intimidated. Soldiers on the front lines carry the hopes of over 110 million Filipinos. National resolve is now as vital as any weapon in the country's arsenal. When the dust settles in Northern Luzon, the transformation will remain. Archipelagic Shield 2025 marks a permanent shift in the nation's defense outlook. The new strategy balances military strength with principled diplomacy, aiming to prevent conflict. Modernization gives diplomats a stronger voice. Alliances with the US, Japan, and Australia anchor regional security. The Philippines is now a key player in the Indo-Pacific, securing its interests and contributing to stability. This is a story of national awakening and responsibility. The resolve forged today will define the Philippines for decades. A new dawn shines from the north, lighting the path to a secure future.